My fourth and final argument for why the right should stop attacking homosexuality is that the societal legitimization of homosexuality will lead to stabler homosexual partnerships. If homosexuality is associated by many today with serial relationships, rampant infidelity, perversity, and self-destructiveness, this is not because of any acts inherent in homosexuality per se. Rather, it is due to the precarious social status of homosexuality. Having no bulwark of permanence upon which they can rely, such as the institution of marriage, many homosexuals feel like a permanent fulfilling relationship is not available to them. Therefore, they conclude, out of desperation, that they might as well behave recklessly, because this is the only way, they think, that they will be able to act on a preference so fundamental to their identity. I submit that monogamous, lifelong, homosexual partnerships are possible, and I am personally aware of the existence of several of these. In such relationships, homosexuals can be just as physically safe, economically secure, and morally respectable as lifelong monogamous heterosexuals. But many, both on the left and on the right, fail to recognize that the primary advantages of marriage and family relationships of any sort are not romantic, sexual, or even emotional, but rather economic. A family provides the requisite substructure for leading everyday life in a secure, predictable manner. From that foundation, individuals can realize their own aspirations in other spheres of life, secure in the knowledge that the world will not fall out from under them, that they will not be thrown out to fall prey to the vicissitudes of social flux. The composition of a family matters less than its stability, a stability that often leads individuals to become happy with their place in the world, cease trying to find themselves through reckless experimentation, and to get to work actually improving their lives in incremental but effective ways. When the option for homosexuals of forming a permanent, stable family is not fully open by law and discouraged by social pressures, is it any wonder that some of them turn to debauchery and go through a lot of failed relationships instead of looking carefully for one that works and making a commitment to work through all of its difficulties? Moreover, if their very identity as homosexuals is attacked, some of them may, in a spiteful backlash, mistakenly conceive of all the attributes of their attackers as undesirable. Since many critics of homosexuality do lead fulfilling lives and have stable, lifelong relationships, many homosexuals mistakenly come to see those attributes as undesirable, simply because their critics exhibit them. So I propose the ennoblement of homosexuality. Instead of seeking to eradicate homosexuality, an impossible and counterproductive task, those on the right, truly concerned about increasing the prevalence of moral conduct, ought to focus on cultivating a respectable homosexuality, with an emphasis on the high standards of fidelity, commitment, permanence, civility, level-headedness, and long-term thinking. Right-wing activists should encourage the emergence of stable homosexual families that might become bulwarks of morality, prudence, and economic support for their members, as many heterosexual families have been throughout history. Many homosexuals already behave in this manner and need less encouragement than some of the more reckless heterosexuals, examples of whom are too frequent to require special mention. In fact, the right should welcome homosexuals into its ranks and seek to enable more of them to understand and support the principles of individual liberty, self-responsibility, limited government, reason, free markets, and technological progress. In doing so, we will gain valuable allies in the battle against compulsion, the true enemy of all good people in our time.